So let's start talking about dividing polynomials. So when we're dividing polynomials, there are a few ways that we can actually do that. For now, we're just going to focus on long division. So if you think back to just regular division, so if we have, say, 5,280 divided by 4, okay, we would set it up with our long division without a calculator. Let's think about the process because it works the same way as regular division. It's just with variables and whatnot. So if we say 4 goes into 5 one time, and then so 1 times 4 is 4, and then we subtract. So 5 minus 4 is 1. We bring down that 2. So 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Bring down your 8. 4 goes into 8 2 times. Subtract. Bring down your last 0. 4 goes into 0 0 times. So there's no remainder on this. Okay? If we were going to do 5,280 divided by, let's see here, 7. Okay? So again, we would do the same thing. We would say, okay, 7 won't go into 5, but 7 will go into 52. 7 times with 3 left over. Bring down your 8. 7 goes into 38 5 times, which is 35. Subtract 3. Bring down your 0. 7 goes into 30 4 times, which is 28. So then we have a remainder of 2. Okay, so we say 754 and 2/7. Okay, so this is just to refresh you about basic division. Okay, so think about that process as we do the first problem on polynomial division. So remember, this right here is your dividend. This is your divisor. And then what it's equal to is your quotient. Okay, so we're always dividing the dividend by the divisor to get the quotient. Okay, so we're going to put 5n minus 8 as our divisor, and then we're going to make sure you're always writing in standard form and that we're writing it with the powers descending and that they're in order. So we have a 3, a 2, a 1, and no variable. Okay, so we'll come across a couple that do have gaps, and we'll talk about that in a second. So if we're going to look at this problem, we're going to say, okay, we're just going to look at the first term. 5n will go into 5n cubed. So 5n times what gives us 5n cubed? So that would be n squared. So we're going to put n squared up here. And now we're going to multiply n squared by the entire divisor. So n squared times 5n is 5n cubed. N squared times negative 8 is negative 8n squared. So now we're going to take and we're going to subtract those numbers. So 5n cubed minus 5n cubed cancels, which is what we wanted. 37n squared minus negative 8n squared is really adding, so that gets us 45n squared. And then just like in regular long division where we bring the next digit down, we bring the next term down in polynomial division. Okay, so now we repeat the process. 5n times what is going to give us 45n squared, so that's going to be 9n. So 9n times 5n is 45n squared. 9n times negative 8 is negative 72n. Again, we subtract. So 45n squared minus 45n squared cancels, goes to 0. Negative 22n minus negative 72n, that's really negative 22 plus 72. So we're going to subtract and have a positive answer of 50n, and then we're going to bring down our next term. And once again, we're going to start the process over again. 5n times what gives you 50n? That's positive 10. So 10 times 5n is 50n. 10 times negative 8 is negative 80. Subtract. 50n minus 50n is 0. Negative 80 minus negative 80, so it's negative 80 plus 80 is 0. So n squared plus 9n plus 10 is the quotient of that division problem. Okay, so see if you can work a few on this page. Okay, just keeping in mind that you have to put the dividend and the divisor in standard form. So like number 3, you're going to have to rearrange that one so that it's in standard form. So give a couple of them a try and then watch the next video.